All right, all right. Let's see who's alive today. Let's see who's alive today. Let's see who's alive. Let's see who's alive. See. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Listen very carefully. This is yours truly, the one, the only, Mr. Griffin. Now, on in today's video, uh, what uh, we're gonna talk about today is we're gonna talk about characters. We're gonna talk about character, and the reason why we're gonna talk about character is because it's very important to know, to understand, and to fathom um, what's going on in um, this day and age. Now, of course, we do have different type of characters. I always say that I always say I have, two characters on me. I always say that. And I believe that too. I do. Um, and the reason why I believe that is because um, I always say Mr. Griffin is a person who is always going to be straightforward. Mr. Griffin is a person who's always going to tell you the truth, whether we like it or not. That's just how he is. And he has been that way. Excuse me. He has been that way for quite some time. And it's pretty hard for him to change because he likes to speak the truth, and rather people accept it or not, the truth is hard to swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow, and I want to make sure that people understand that. Like me as Mr. Griffin, I do believe that I have to tell the truth, whether people like it or not. I have to tell the truth, rather it hurts your feelings. And the reason why I do that is because I don't want you to come to me and say you lied or you did something. I can't say, you can't say that I lied to you. You can't say um, that I was negative. You can't say that. And the reason why, again, like I said, was because I'm always truthful. And I tell people the truth. And another slogan that I have, another slogan that I have is don't be, no, I always tell the truth. The truth, not my truth, not your truth, but the truth we all try to hide. Um, that's what I usually say. And the reason why I say that is because we have to understand there's a difference between our truth and the truth that is set in stone. That type of truth that we have is truth that truth that we have is, I'm sorry, excuse me for a second. What's going on? I wanna do it tonight. There's a song that's in my head right now, and I cannot get it out. And it says it's by Canton Jones. And I wanna do what you like. 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 I want to worship your praise. I want to worship and praise you. Something like that. It's something like that. I can't remember it what it actually is of the other verse, but all I know is that verse right there. It says, "I want to do what you like. I wanna do what you like. I wanna do what you like. I wanna do what you like." So, but that's besides the point. That's not even the point that I'm trying to make right now. So let me set this up. Let me set this up. This thing is moving really slow. I don't know why this is so slow. Um, Let me set this up. I wanna do what you like. 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 Wanna do what you like. I wanna do what you like. Okay, so Mr. Griffin is a fun person. I'm gonna tell you right now, Mr. Griffin, he's tough. So I want to explain the two different characters. I'm going to explain the two different characters. You have Mr. Griffin, and then you have just Lenzel. And everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say that there's like two different characters. There's a difference between the person who you are at work and the person who you are at your house. So I'm saying there's a difference between the person you are in front of business people and the person you are in front of just your homies or your friends from when you was a kid. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between your character. There's a difference between your actions. And I want to make sure, I want to, as a matter of fact, fix what I just said, because sometimes the character might stay the same, but your actions that you take or the actions that you do in front of your friends is different from your actions you take. It's different from what you do in front of your boss, your manager. See what I'm saying? And so with me, it is a character that is Mr. Griffin and Lenzel. So you would say that Lenzel is a person that when I pick up the phone, I get right to the conversation. I don't spend time saying hello and hi or whatever like that. But when I'm Mr. Griffin, it would be hello, how are you? How was your day? All those things. Now I am trying to I am trying to fix that problem that Lenzel is the person who, I'm trying to fix that problem where Lenzel starts to say hello to people when he's on the phone. Because usually when I get on the phone, it's like, hey, look, this is what I need you to do or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is going, and I never have an introduction to the phone. I always go to a straight conversation and be like, okay, so this is the problem, this is the situation, this is what it is, and you're like, wait a minute, what happened to the hello and how are you? Which I have been told multiple times that is something I need to work on. I've been told that multiple times. Oh yeah. Okay. So that's something that I do need to work on. No. Now, I'm sorry. Like I said, Mr. Griffin, he is polite, but he is also true. He is also real, and um, the Bible says that the word of God is sharper than any two-edged sword. It cuts going in and it cuts coming out, and so I use that I use that scripture, that verse, because I want people to understand that when I'm speaking, I will speak I, only using a sword. I'm not going to speak using a fork. I'm not going to speak using a blade. I'm only using a sword. Now, there are times when I have to speak and I just have to directly just pierce you. Just go in and just ram the sword in you. Ram the sword and just have the brutal honesty. And that might hurt. It does. Um, and other times I have to, and other times what I have to do is I have to slowly push the sword in. Now, of course, me slowly pushing the sword in would be more painful than me just going in and brutally pushing it in, because um, it takes more time for it to puncture you. So um, that's why it's the best idea. That's why I just go ahead and just shoot right there. I tell you the truth, and there it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's another thing I don't like. Like I don't like to sugarcoat nothing. I don't, and I'm trying to I'm trying to um, I'm not saying I'm trying to start sugarcoating stuff, but I'm trying to figure out a way to um, um, sound that the truth sounds more pleasant. So, you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out a way that, because I don't like sugarcoat nothing. I don't like to say stuff like instead of saying like, let's just say somebody I'm talking to and their breath stink, and they're sitting next to me, they're talking, and instead of me saying, mm, "Oh, did you, I'm like, did you brush your teeth this morning, or your breath stink?" Instead of saying that, I would try to make it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't sugarcoat it and be like, mm. And let's say I got a lot of different people around me. Let's say that I got a lot of people around me, but I'm only talking to one person. So to me, sugarcoating it would be like, again, this is to me, my opinion, but sugarcoating it would be like, somebody's breath stank, ugh, and instead of coming out and saying your breath stank, I was up there talking about, this stank. What's that smell? Oh my, what is that? You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't like to do that, because that's making. And you know why I don't like to do that? I'm gonna tell you why I don't like to do that. Because I feel like that's gonna make you weak. By me telling you something that's sugarcoating, that's making you weak. I build people up and I make them stronger by telling them the honest truth. And that truth will hurt. Again, now my saying, and this is not just a saying, but this is something that I actually do believe, and this is something that I follow and I believe, and I actually make sure that I do. But this always say, I don't tell my truth. I don't tell your truth. I tell the truth that we all try to hide. It's not the truth that, just a few people try to deny. It's not the truth that, I only know. It's not the truth that you only know. But it's the truth that everybody knows, but we all try to deny. Like, let's say this. How about, let's say the room stank. Somebody pooped in their pants. And everybody know that the room stank, but ain't nobody gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that this person, got bad breath, but ain't nobody gonna tell him that he got bad breath. Ain't nobody gonna say this person got bad breath. So that's what it is. Everybody know the truth, but we all trying to hide it. Everybody know what's going on, but instead of dealing with the situation, we try to hide it. That's not what I do. I tell that truth. I tell the truth that everybody try to hide. And the reason why is because if we live in a world full of lies, we will end up dying and realizing that we made a mistake. Okay? And you don't want to make a mistake when you're dealing with God, because if you die and you lied all your life because you were afraid to hurt somebody's feelings, or because you was afraid you was afraid about what they were going to do to you if you told the truth, then now you have messed up. You messed up because they don't care. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. God don't look at you and say, "Oh well, I know that you didn't want to hurt their feelings, but you didn't tell the truth, But the reason why you didn't tell the truth is because you didn't want to hurt their feelings. The Bible says the truth shall set you free. So if I don't tell the truth, obviously I'm still in bondage. Another verse I love. The Bible always says. The Bible says, let's for a scenario. Let's say I'm sitting up here talking to somebody, and I believe in God. I know God, but this person does not. This person does not know anything about God, and I'm sitting up here talking to him. But I'm not up here preaching to him. I'm not up here forcing anything on him. But this person might have a problem in a situation, and I never suggest or I never tell him about God. So let's say this person has a problem and he don't know what to do, and he came to me, and I'm sitting up here telling him every other way to fix the problem. But I'm not telling him to pray. Let's say he's coming to me and I'm telling him, "Oh, well, you should go to a therapist, a doctor, get some medicine, make sure you stay around people, friends who love you." Well, wait a minute. What happened to going down and actually talking and having a relationship with God? What happened to me telling this person, well, God's going to fix it for you. God's going to deliver you. What happened to me telling somebody, if you just take a moment and be by yourself just for a moment and you talk to God and pray to God and have a real conversation with God, God's going to fix it for you. Instead of me telling him the truth, instead of me saying, well, you know what, you're going to go through some stuff. Instead of me saying, you're going to go through pain, you're going to go through heartache, you're going to go through struggle, and you're going to go through trial. Instead of me telling him the truth, I end up saying, oh, well, I know a doctor down the street somewhere, and he can fix you. No, because I can put you on all the medicine I want to, but that medicine ain't going to fix your heart. You know what I'm saying? That medicine might fix your body, but it's not going to fix your breaking heart. It's not going to fix your pain in the heart. And so I have a problem with people who think that medicine is going to solve it. I have a problem with people who think that me talking to someone on a couch is going to solve the problem, because not every conversation I have to talk to a person. Sometimes a conversation I got to talk to myself. Sometimes a conversation I have to talk to just God. Sometimes a conversation I have to just yell in the air. And I'm not talking to God. I'm not talking to myself. I'm not talking to anybody. But I'm just yelling in the air because I just want this. I just want to say this out loud. Sometimes if I don't talk to God, I would lose my mind. Sometimes if I don't pray, I will lose my mind. And we, as people of God, we got to actually tell the truth and give them that option, because people think that they don't have options when they don't know that they have it. They never choose the option because they don't know that they never choose God as an option because they don't know that God is the other way of good life. They don't know the actual pleasure it is to worship and praise him and live with him and love him and honor him and bless him and do what he says for us to do so that we may prosper. And I'm going to tell you something else. There is nothing better. There is nothing better in this world than going doing what God told you. God, look. God say to you, let's say God say to you, um, I want you to go over there to that person, and I want you, and he don't sound like this. God don't sound like this. But I'm just saying, let's say God go and tell you, he wants you to go somewhere, he wants you to tell this person a message. And let's say you go and do it. Well, because you did what God asked you to do, he's going to bless you and the person who the message was for. Because he was actually saying, I'm blessing the person I meant for you to go to talk to, but because you did something, I'm going to give you, because you did what I told you to do, I'm going to give you something because you did what I told you to do. That's like a bounty hunter. The king goes and calls the bounty hunter. And the bounty hunter, they just going, they not supposed, now this is a special order. This is a special order for the bounty hunter. Don't kill the person that they're trying to go get. Just bring them back to the king. And that's what the bounty hunter does. Let's say this, he goes out, finds the person that the king wants, and brings him back. Because the bounty hunter did what he was supposed to do, the king rewards him for what he did. Same thing like God. If God is telling you to do something and you go do it, God will reward you. God will bless you for doing that. Now, if I never told that person that God is that type of, that if I never told that person that he's that type of God, they wouldn't know that there is a way that your heart can be healed. So, as Mr. Griffin, I have to tell the truth. And like I say, the truth might hurt. It might be some pain. It might pierce you. It might puncture some wounds. It might make some wounds. Because the word of God is sharper than any two-edged sword. It cuts going in and it cuts coming out. So, here it is. If I never share the word, it might cut going in and cut coming out. But when I get it all the way out, when I bring the sword all the way out of you, you gonna say thank you, because you showed me something that I did not know was there. I am not the person who judges people. I don't tell people they're going to hell for their sins. I tell them there is a way to live a better life, get everything you want, and not have to do bad things. Now, it's not going to be easy, because there is an enemy who always wants to attack you. But because you serve a God who is like he, then every time that enemy tries to come against you, God's going to step in front of you and protect you. And so that is why I say to each and every one of you, when you get to the place in your life that you want to have a relationship with God, you got to have somebody who's going to tell you the truth about God. And that's who I am. I'm the person who will tell you the truth about him. Whether we like it or not, it's the truth. Whether we want to believe it or not, it's the truth. Whether we want to accept it or not, it's the truth. Whether we want to deal with it or not, it's the truth. Whether we want to look it in the face or not, it is the truth. And if we don't get in our minds, if we don't get it in our hearts, if we don't get it in our souls, that the truth is necessary for us to live in a better world, then we will die early. Because we are always trying to deny the good things in our life, because we don't understand that there's something better out there, and we'll never get it because we don't have people to tell the truth. Well, guess what? I am here to tell the truth. the truth is, we don't have time to waste. God is coming back, and he wants somebody who is faithful. He wants somebody who is going to do his will with no problems. We might have some questions. We might have some heartache. We might have some pain. But God's not going to look for somebody whom he knows is not going to do his will. There are going to be some people who God called, and they're going to try to run from him, but they will never get to where they want to go, because God got a way of bringing you back in, just like Jonah in the belly of the whale. Jonah tried to run from God, and then he went over to the water, and guess what happened? A whale jumped up and snatched him up and swallowed him whole. And he had to be in the belly of that whale. And when Jonah realized he couldn't run no more, guess what he did? He went and prayed to God and said, God, I'm sorry, please help me. And God made that whale push him out of, he made that whale spit Jonah out. And Jonah had to go and do what God told him to do. Why? Because he knew he could not run from God. So my job on this earth, as long as I live, is to let people know you cannot run from God. And as long as you will continue to try, you will continue to fail. Stop running from God. God is not your enemy. God is not the person you're trying to fight. You are fighting the wrong person. You're fighting the wrong being. You are supposed to be fighting the enemy, and God is not your enemy. Stop trying to run from him. So, as who I am, as Mr. Griffin, that is what I do. I tell it like it is. And you might not like it, because he might say, well, he's judging. You might not like it, because you might say, oh, well, he's telling people how we should live. You might not like it, because you might not like it, because you say, oh, well, you know what, he's trying to force a religion on us. No. I'm not forcing a religion on you. I'm not telling you how you're gonna end up when you die. I'm just saying, if God wants you, he's gonna get you. So I'm going to let you know that there is a God, so you can't tell him that nobody told you about God. Amen. Because there gonna be some times people be like, when they go to God, be like, God, I never knew that I never knew you was real. I never knew that you was the true king. Oh Father, forgive me. Nobody told me. And you know what God's gonna do? God's gonna be like, well, you know what? I can't punish you because nobody told you. But I want you to understand this. If nobody told you that there was a God, you wouldn't believe that there is a God. And if you don't believe that there is a God with faith, you don't believe that you're going to have a place when God brings heaven down on earth. He never said he's going to take. Let me move on. I gotta get through this, because I'm already on here and it's been 29 minutes. So, in the beginning of this video, I was messing up, but now I am on track, and I am here to tell you what the truth is. And that's what I'm administering for the last, 10 minutes now. So, all I'm saying here, ladies and gentlemen, all I'm saying is there's a difference between people. And you might say, well, why is it that, I know, because I'm making this video because some people are saying to me, why is it that one moment you're always talking about God, but in the other moment you don't want to talk to nobody. You want to be left alone. You You always no. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude. People always say, "Oh, you always being mean and rude and talk about them." And then they say, "Oh, you're judging or you're trying to tell us who's going to hell or not." No, I'm not telling you who's going to hell or not. I'm not even suggesting who's going to hell or not. I'm saying there is a hell, and if you try to deny and fall. If you deny God and you think that you're not going to get away with it, if you think that you're going to get away with it, then guess what? You're wrong. You will not get away from denying who God is. See, and Jonah knew that there was a God. He just didn't want to do what God told him to do. So, and he got swallowed up by the whale. So what you gonna think? What you think is gonna happen to somebody who knows that there is a God, but still deny him? Not to say I'm not gonna do what you tell me to do, but to completely, I know that there is a God, but I'm gonna deny he's my God. I know that there is a God, but because that's what people will say. There's people say well, yeah, I know there's a God somewhere. Okay, well, if you know there's a God, why haven't you tried to see what he would do for you in your life? Oh, I know there is a God somewhere out there, but I'm not going to worship him. I'm not going to praise him. I know there's a God out there, but I'm not going to serve him. Okay, so if you don't want to serve him, can I tell you what's going to happen? I'm not judging you. I'm not telling you to hell. But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to end up going to God for something. You're going to get some trouble in your life. And I'm going to tell you why. Because everybody does it. Everybody who always trying to run from God, God says, okay, you can run, but I'm coming back one day. And let me tell you something. It always happens. People will try to run from God, and when they run, they always find themselves in trouble. When they find themselves in trouble, guess who they're calling on? They're calling on Jesus. They're calling on God. They're saying, God, help me. Jesus, help me. Lord, help me. Okay, hold up now. You didn't want to believe me. You didn't want to serve me, but now you're in trouble. Now you want to call me. And this is how good this God is. God will bring you out of the situation. God will bring you out of the problem. God will bring you out of the trouble and then say, are you going to serve me? Now, here's the thing is, when God brings you out, some folk are slow. Some folk will continue to try to run from him after he brought him out. After he brought you out of it, you still trying to run from him. You're slow. That's what you are. And so, like I say, there's a difference between people. There's a difference between characters. And I was just telling somebody when I was on the phone, I said, as Mr. Griffin, I have to tell the truth. I have to not hold my tongue. But as Jocelyn Zell, I have to be quiet. Because people have to make their own choice. People have to figure it out for themselves. But Mr. Griffin is the nudge. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna figure out with yourself. But I'm gonna give you just a push. I'm gonna give you that edge that then you want to start to learn more. Then you want to start to, because I can't. You will never learn about God if nobody told you about God. You see what I'm saying? You will never want to go seek him if nobody actually shows you where to find him. If you would never want it to live for God if you never knew that you could live a better way. So people who's telling you about God, that's that push to say, hey, that's that little nudge. That's that little nudge. That little nudge that says, go. Now, that's what Mr. Griffin is. Mr. Griffin is the nudge. He is that little push that would say, hey, there's a better way. There's a better life. It's going. And then now there are certain paths that you gotta take. You know, not every path is right. So he's saying, the path is, Mr. Griffin is the path. Mr. Griffin says, he's that nudge to people. He said that's the path over there that will lead you, to a God that is gracious and awesome and amazing and favorable and loving. And that's the nudge. But now, after I've given you the nudge, now Mr. Griffin has to be quiet. Now it's Lenzel, and Lenzel, all he does is just sits and watch, because now I can't say nothing. I have to allow you to give you your own choice. There will be somebody there will be somebody else who shows you the other path, the other way. But my job is to show you one way, and somebody else's job will show you the other. But I am the one that's gonna show you the wrong way, and I'm gonna say, hey, there it is. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna say, because like in Tom and Jerry and in different cartoons, they have people who have the angel on one side and the devil on the other, and the demon, the devil or the demon on the other. So, uh, and so. Uh, it's like that's how it is. I'm not the one who's I don't do devil's advocate. I don't do devil's advocate. I'm more of that, the more that positive side that says, hey, this is the right way of doing it. Now and then, and when after the angel and the devil began to talk, after they share, guess what? They go away, right? Okay, so that's what Mr. Griffin is. He tells you the positive, and then guess what? Poof, he's gone. He can't say nothing else. Now it's up to you to make your own choice. Now it's up to you to make your decision. So that's the difference between Mr. Griffin and Justin Lindsay. That's the difference between me being Mr. Griffin and me being Justin Lindsay. There's a difference between me being the one who's giving you that nudge and the one who is allowing you just to make your own decision. But you can't make your own decision if you don't know that you have a choice, a difference, a decision to make. Because some people go through life and realize that and think that they don't have a decision to make. But there is a decision. Will you do the right thing or will you do the wrong thing? And this is where I come in. I will share with you that there is a right way. After I share that with you, it's my job to allow you to do your own thing. Now you gotta make that choice for yourself. So for everybody who's been asking me what's the difference between Mr. Griffin and Lindsay, Mr. Griffin is a person who loves. He's very caring and he's a positive person. Mr. Griffin is the one who's going to show you the truth, share with you a truth that is, again, not my truth, not your truth, but the truth we all try to hide. And if we can just understand that there is a truth that we hide, then when Mr. Griffin comes along and tells you this is a positive way, after he shares that positive, now it's you. So that's all I have to say. I thank you guys for joining me. I thank each and every person who has been here to listen to this video. Thank you and God bless you. I again will make sure you see me next time. Again, thank you. Before I leave, those of you who are new and you're watching this video, can you subscribe? Can you subscribe to my YouTube page? And can you ring the bell? So subscribe to my YouTube page and click on the bell. Thank you.